Welcome back, everyone. This is Grilled of the Diaspora, and I am your host, Nakaira G. And today we are talking about Burkina Faso. This is This Week in Burkina Faso News. Okay, so basically over the past couple weeks and probably couple months, there have been so much chatter about what's going on with Captain Ibrahim Traore and how is the West going to respond. Well, it looks like the West is responding. Recently, there was some type of U.S. congressional hearing between the military defense and a man by the name of U.S. General Michael Langley made a statement accusing Ibrahim Traore for basically hoarding resources and being a dictator and claiming that he's taking bribes and making accusations that he is stealing these gold reserves in the country.
In a situation, though, in which the ruling elite of a country is receiving gratuities on the side, that in order to the benefit of the strongman leader and not to the populace of the country. Does that sort of corruption and bribery go on with regard to the Belt and Road?
Absolutely, Chairman. I see this, and I don't mind calling them out, but Captain Traore and Burkina Faso, as they know that both, whether it's their gold reserves, that is all those proceeds are just in exchange to protect the junta regime. There's a number of examples across, even in Sudan.
And so pretty much, people in Burkina Faso, social media users, as well as different journalists around the world are basically saying that this is typical of what the Western powers do. It's really unfortunate because if you've been watching my channel, and make sure you subscribe, but if you've been watching my channel, then you know that I have been doing different videos on Burkina Faso when information comes out. And one of the things that's happening right now with Burkina Faso's media is like so much of the media that's coming out about Burkina Faso is in favor of the West. So you have to be real careful where you're getting your information from when it comes to this particular country. This particular post came out, as you can see, on April 18th, and there was rumors that a whole village in Burkina Faso was unalived, and it really only came out via content creators, which was very strange. But Walter Maya had been in Burkina Faso at this time, I guess, shooting content, and he debunked this statement. And this is pretty much all in lieu of all of this information about the U.S. and France potentially attacking Burkina Faso. It just seems like one day there's an article saying, Ibrahim Traore, he's opening this new factory. I think the most latest report that I saw was he's building free housing. And I believe a couple YouTubers have also gone to visit Burkina Faso. Walter Maya also was just recently in Burkina Faso. And, there is some type of media coverage coming out, but the U.S. also just issued a travel warning level 4. So what that means is usually when you go to like an embassy website to get your visas and stuff, it will always have like a banner that will let you know what stage or what level of travel advisory the country is in. And so it looks like the U.S. has Burkina Faso at a level 4, which is basically not permitted to go. So real quick, y'all, make sure you download my new ebook. It is a travel planner and journal. I made this about a year and a half ago, and it's really, really cool. There are 10 different entries. So as you are on your travel journeys, make sure you download this ebook. It's only $10, and you can get it on my website today at nakedgoldonline.com. You can download it, you can print it, whatever works for you. Make sure you cop that today. Ibrahim Traore has survived over 19 attempts. And he's continuing to survive assassination attempts. Like, we are watching just modern day war happen, and we're watching it just come across our timelines like it's just you know? And it's really unfortunate because it's like, I really don't want anything to happen to him. And you have this black man speaking in the U.S. accusing, Traore for this because this black man in America is a part of the military, obviously, and so he has to serve his country. And it's really ridiculous because in these spaces, this is an opportunity to turn things around. This is an opportunity to have the decolonized conversations. This is the opportunity to actually talk about reparations and what these things look like. But when you have, black people in America and black people around the world who are pro-imperialism, that is what this looks like. And I also want to bring this up. Ghana's president, John Mahama, is also doing the same thing with the gold mining in the country. If you've seen my videos, you know that Ghana has an issue with the illegal gold mining that's happening here. There are environmental issues, there are safety issues, and there's also just economic issues. So it's interesting because Ghana is also fighting back at the West. So that's why it's also happening all so fast. It's very clear that the West doesn't really know how to respond. There's also information of Trump, making all these different policies that are severely affecting Africa. But, presidents like Ibrahim Traore, John Mahama, they are doing things to also fight back so that they are not, suffering from these things that are happening. But what they're doing is very monumental. So we have to stay tuned to what happens next. I also wanted to close out with saying, for Black Americans who are interested to relocate to Ghana and, do research on how to get citizenship, Burkina Faso is one of the countries that have recently said that they are allowing for the diaspora to receive citizenship. And so if Burkina Faso is one of those countries, do your research as much as you can. Definitely find a way to visit as safe as possible and make sure that you know someone on the ground. But I would probably advise to wait on that because, like I said, it looks like there are going to be some attacks that are going to be happening in the next couple of months if Traore continues to decolonize and revolutionize his country. It looks like France and the US are coming in hot. So until next time.